Will you be able to keep a secret? Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin has pretty much taken over our lives. This slasher-loving and reference-filled spin-off of the iconic series looks to be having a little better luck after a number of spin-offs didn't get off the ground. But has it been sufficient to continue after its debut? There was undoubtedly room for more, especially considering how it connects not only to the original but also to the rest of the Archie universe. Yes, there is a connection between Riverdale and the chilling adventures of Sabrina. So what's going on over there? Here is all the information you require regarding the future of the spin-off. Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin Season 2 potential release date. When will the show return? HBO Max announced in September 2022 that a second season of The Thrill Kills would be released. It's real. Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin is returning for Season 2. Get ready for more lying, more secrets, and more slashing. The author Roberto Aguirre-Sacasa subsequently penned on Instagram, "So grateful to the people who supported our show's production under virtually difficult circumstances, especially our 5 fearless final girls and the rest of our incredible cast. Looks like there will be a sequel, as Tabby would say." Lindsay Bring, one of the show's creators, replied to the message, "Alright, Roberto. It's time to review our best horror film sequels. I would rather not do this with anyone. Thankful for our collaboration and for you. Of course, we also have our PLLS. May the chaos never end." The release date of the season is still unknown, while Season 2 doesn't appear to have started filming just yet. With a large connected universe to expand into and a devoted following, there are plenty of reasons to continue the party after the series finished in a sort of finite way with very few knots left untied. Or, as the case may be, murders. If and when we learn anything else, we'll let you know. Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin Season 2 cast. Who will be in it? On the one hand, they can go back to Millwood and meet up with our new liars, with something fresh coming their way. This cast of Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin Season 2 will depend significantly on the direction the writing team chooses to take the program. If so, anticipate the return of the following celebrities: Abel Madison, Zaria, Channing Kitty, Piles, Malia, Rafiko, Maya, Bechtel, Mallory. However, in this iteration of the program, the futures of the main characters have been determined by the actions of their moms, who engaged in horrible bullying when they were little, to the point that one daughter committed suicide as a result. In all honesty, we don't think they're all that wonderful either these days, but when more secrets come out, they'll be crucial. These adults lying include Sharon Leal, Aline Good, Lisa Longa, Young, Zakia, Farron, Jennifer. Given that the plot is so tightly wound, the program might also choose to emulate American Horror Story. However, we highly doubt it will happen, so prepare for a completely new cast. Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin Season 2 plot. What will happen? The majority of the Season 1 storylines were neatly wrapped up and prepared for the liars to move on with their lives, as we just mentioned, leaving very little room for interpretation. However, given that this is Millwood, who can predict what will happen next? The mute killer Archie escaped from the hospital and is currently at large, but without his father Principal Clanton to guide him and pull the strings, Archie is on the lam. Since he had a face only a mother could adore, this Archie was compelled to shy away from people at an early age. What is it with the parents in this town? He did, however, have a big protective streak over Sister Angela, who in an extra bitter twist was expelled from her friendship group as a result of being raped by the now Sheriff Beasley when she was a teenager because they didn't want to believe Beasley, who was dating Madison's mom at the time, was a rapist. In the waning moments of Season 1, it appears that Archie made the decision to use his killer instinct to hunt down the town's rapist men. After stabbing Sheriff Beasley to death in his hospital bed, Archie then made a beeline for Chip's house, who had been released on bail for the holiday season while awaiting trial for the rape of Madison and Tabby. Given that he is no longer ruled by his ruthless and vindictive father, might Archie genuinely take on the role of vigilante and protect the girls? Kelly will have to learn to live without her abusive father, the sheriff, now that he's gone. Whereas Season 1 was all about the mothers, Season 2 might have a lot more focus on the fathers of the girls because they're far from innocent themselves. Mallory Bechtel, who plays Kelly, shared her hopes for the future of the show in an exclusive interview with Digital Spy following the Season 1 finale. She said, "What I hope would happen for Kelly, I don't know if it would, but I hope she sticks with this group of friends and I hope she stays on the right path and I hope she leans on them to deal with, this new trauma which is her dad dying. I hope Kelly finds some form of passion, maybe translates her love for dance into musical theater. I feel like Kelly will get into whatever the spring musical would be. She could sign up for that. She and him have a really complicated connection. I just believe that she remains with the females, and I believe that having activities with Noah and Mouse, the liars who I haven't had as much interaction with, would be a lot of fun. I would be interested in learning more about those friendships. Farron's father will undoubtedly have sentiments after learning that Corey subjected her daughter to unnecessary surgery, while the rest of the liars have absentee or at best absent fathers. In the meantime, Mouse is probably going to be on a quest to locate her biological father. But if they choose the anthology road, all of this might be ignored. And who knows where they could end up. Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin Season 2 trailer, when can I see it? Sorry guys, currently there's no new footage available, especially of Season 2. We promise we're not lying. But HBO Max has been a pretty little sweetheart when it comes to giving us lots of behind-the-scenes content. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more.